Welcome back to Elder Care Answers. I'm Doreen Seamon, and we're here with Nestor, Certified Public Accountant and partner at Toothman Rice. We're continuing our discussion regarding how CPAs help families analyze their estate, not only for tax issues, but also to make well-informed planning decisions to protect their assets. Dawn, one topic that I really wanted to discuss with you is what should we do to plan for federal estate tax issues? Can you help us understand what's going on and what sort of planning needs to be done?
Sure. This issue has really been in the news recently. And what our viewers need to be aware of is that no matter what happens to these changes in the tax law, that some of our estates will risk paying some pretty high estate tax. And things will continue to change when that death occurs. And what we need to do is do proper planning now to make sure that we allow for that. With recent changes in Congress in the estate tax law, and the likelihood of future changes even early this next year, what we need to do is follow those changes and effects, make sure that we keep those in mind for each situation we run into. Every situation is unique, and we need to make sure it's what's best for them and for their family. Even if they don't owe estate tax because of the new exemptions, it's probably equally important to make sure they properly determine how to transfer the value they have in their estates to their heirs.
I agree. Regardless of the amount of the estate tax exemption, we can work with families to solve whatever the issue is with different estate planning tools that we have available. I know there's been so much concern over the past couple years regarding how much money we can have when we pass away and the inheritance taxes, but what I found is if you don't do the proper planning now and you have long-term care issues, there's no money left, is there?
No, that's right.
So Dawn, what about our annual income tax return? What are some common deductions that some of our viewers might not be aware of?
Well, a lot of our senior citizens may not take advantage of some of the medical expenses they can deduct if they itemize deductions. Even long-term care insurance premiums can be deducted in certain situations. They also consider charitable contributions, especially non-cash contributions such as clothing, which they can take a deduction for, the fair value of that clothing or used clothing. But also if there's appreciated property they may have, such as stocks or bonds or real estate, they can deduct the fair value of those appreciated capital assets and not have to pay income tax on the difference between their cost and the fair value of that property, as long as it's held over a year at the time of the transfer to the charity.
That's very valuable information. I know a lot of people think you have to be wealthy to use your types of services, but that's not really true, is it?
Oh, definitely not. Planning for income taxes in the future is important to everybody, regardless of how much value they have. It's equally important to them, and it's important that we address each issue, both for them and for their tax preparer or advisor, whoever that may be. We deal with individuals and businesses of all sizes.
I can really see the value in having a firm like Toothman Rice evaluate our assets and tax returns, especially when we're facing new expenses, illnesses, or even a loved one that's passed away.
What may be required is sometimes just a short conversation, answering some questions that they may have, working with them on their current situation, their current tax situation they may have. The main issue is what is best for them, and try to keep a focus on all the services we can provide and not just the tax situation.
Dawn, thanks again for joining us and providing us this valuable information. I hope you'll come back soon. And can you please tell our viewers one more time how to contact you for more information about Toothman Rice?
Again, you can contact our 800 number, 800-924-0729. That will connect you with all four of our offices, which are located in Buchanan, Bridgeport, Fairmont, and Morgantown. And stop by and let us know if you saw us on the show and you'd like to have some more information.
And if you didn't catch the phone numbers for my law office, Reliable Healthcare Solutions, or Toothman Rice, we'll give them back to you again at the end of the show, so be sure to grab your pencil and paper. We've had great experts here today. I hope you've enjoyed our show. First, we learned that for most of us, we'll have to face elder care issues at some point in our lives. The good news is that with healthcare advances we've made over the past 50 years or so, we now survive many accidents and illnesses that we couldn't have survived years ago. The bad news is that as we live longer, we need to do what we can to preserve our quality of life. The question is, are we just going to put our heads in the sand and hope this problem goes away? Or are we going to take actions now to safeguard our health care options for the future? The decisions you make now can have repercussions for you and even your loved ones for many years to come. We also learned a lot from our experts. First, Brian Schnapp and Joe Lombardi of Reliable Healthcare Solutions explained how personal home care can help you or your loved one remain at home for as long as possible. They also described two important benefits for our veterans of war: the improved disability pension, also known as the aid and attendance benefit, and homemaker services. Then we learned from Don Nestor of Toothman Rice Certified Public Accountants how his firm helps families make well-informed planning decisions to protect their assets and reduce their taxes. If you would like to safeguard your health care decisions and your financial security, please call my office for a complimentary estate and elder care planning checkup. Although pre-planning always provides you the best outcome, we also provide legal and financial planning for those that are experiencing more immediate elder care needs. Just call our office at 304-554-2900. Let us know you saw the show today and you'd like to schedule your complimentary appointment as soon as possible.
For more information or to have an evaluation with Reliable Healthcare Solutions, call 304-212-4342. For more information on how Toothman Rice Certified Public Accountants can help you make well-informed planning decisions to protect your assets and reduce your tax liability, call 1-800-924-0729. For a complimentary checkup for estate planning or elder care with Doreen Seamon, call Doreen at 304-554-2900.
That's it for this edition of Elder Care Answers. I'm Doreen Seamon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Elder Care Answers.
A special thank you to Star Furniture for furnishing the set of this edition of Elder Care Answers.